Yes, it is time, ladies and gentlemen, for the motherfucking pretty motherfucker, ASAP, mother goddamn Rocky. Don't be dumb. Finally, we can't be dumb. Hello. I decided today's the day for dress up. And I put commitment, more commitment I have ever put in anything in my life to make this one video. Don't be dumb. The fourth studio album by the prettiest motherfucker of all time, ASAP, Flocko, Rocky, Rakim, everything this man is, and we finally have it. Don't be dumb. Now, I have been very excited for this project ever since the technically first single Hijack got released. Unfortunately, then the four singles released from Hijack till now were not part of the album, but still, I'm not a little salty that Taylor Swift is not on the album, but it's okay. We all have our little issues with everything. Despite it all, Don't Be Dumb, 17 tracks long, 2 bonus tracks, 15 tracks on the main title itself. And let's go ahead and talk about it. Number one, the music. Very clearly, let's start with the music here. The music itself is really, really good. The production, the flow, ASAP's, projection on everything on a lot of these tracks really, really nailed the landing. Some of my highlight tracks have to be, give me a minute, Stole Your Flow, Playa, Shut the Fuck Up, Punk Rocky, Robbery. It's a really good track, actually. The End, love that. Fish and Steak, and SWAT Team. Oh, and of course, Helicopter. That track's amazing. Those are some of my highlights right there for you. Now, a lot of these tracks do contain a lot of unique approaches. Obviously, Punk Rocky, very, very new sounding when it comes to ASAP's discography, of course, and it's, overall, like, feeling, it's just like, that was the first single, and it just makes you really think, what is this album gonna be about? What is the sound gonna feel like? How are we approaching this album differently? How we expected to how we are now receiving it. So tracks like Robbery, Don't Be Dumb, Trip Baby, and The End. These are tracks that really play more to that aspect of sounds we didn't expect to get, and it really just plays it in a completely different scenario. Like I was saying about Prediction, I originally, before this album came out, and before even the first single came out, I was expecting this to be more like a Don't Be Dumb street kind of level in a way. Don't be dumb, be smart, keep your mind focused, don't mess around with these, you know, shady motherfuckers. That's how I originally thought this album was going to be, but by the time we finished out the album and we got to, well, track 15, The End, I got a really different approach on the term don't be dumb. And instead of being more street smart, it's more being emotionally smart, being more of like what it's like to have responsibilities. Like at this point, ASAP is a father to I think 3 kids at this point with Rihanna. He's a husband, he's a father, he just went through a lot of legal troubles in the last year. So a lot of the experiences of don't be dumb doesn't really resolve around make smart financial choices, make smart choices in the street, whatever. It's more of the be smart within life. Don't be a moron when it comes to your family, when it comes to your relationship. Don't put those things in jeopardy. Now, when it comes to the whole does Don't Be Dumb match the level of its last release, Testing, in 2018? A decade almost in the making for Don't Be Dumb. ASAP. Did ASAP get the hype? Did he nail it in the coffin? Did he match it? Did he surpass Testing? Now, I can't say he surpassed it just yet because it's kind of hard to say this project is better than Testing or his other releases due to the fact it just came out. We have to give it time. I have to now go back and listen to Testing for the 900th time. But I will say that Don't Be Dumb 100% matched the level of Testing. They're not the same album, of course. They don't feel the same at all, but it definitely does match it in level of yes, this is a wonderful step in. It's not a downgrade like we see with unfortunately what we see with other artists that have a great record and then release a record and it's not that good. So yes, I will say it definitely matches it. We'll see if it surpasses it, but it doesn't matter. It's a great record. It matched it beautifully. Lastly, I want to talk about is features, and the features at first did scare me. Seeing like a lot of people like Tyler the Creator, Dochi, Thundercats, will.i.am, like some of these big names kind of coming in here, and at the same time, I didn't expect some of these other artists. I was really expecting like I was a little scared to see is ASAP going to go into like this more typical hip hop record and just having the most typical goddamn features. Unfortunately, I as much as I love these artists, was there going to be a future collab? Was there going to be a Playboy collab? Whatever. The point that we didn't get those artists, we got a little bit different artists here, and a lot of these artists, and most of the time, these features you don't even notice, and that's what really cemented me that this is a really fantastic record with fantastic production and great lyrics and great like atmosphere. A lot of these features don't come in here in this record and try to play with ASAP, like go against him or try to match his feeling. They come in here to build the atmosphere. A lot of these tracks have features I didn't even notice the first few times because I didn't realize there was a switch. There was a cue like, hey, here is this next person. They're in the world of Don't Be Dumb. A they're not a piece, they're in the world. They're already fused within it. And when we do get certain tracks where there's a clear like, hey, here they are, they're in, especially like they're coming in to do their own thing. Feel like the only track that really did do that was Fish and Steaks with Tyler the Creator, but he came in there beautifully as well. So to me, a lot of these features don't feel like they're trying to take away from a moment or the the art the artist is trying to bring them in and be like, hey, how you doing? I'm doing this. Here's the chorus, catchy, ha ha ha. And then here's this person. They're gonna just come in here to do a very shitty fucking verse or whatever, and I'm gonna come back here and do a fucking chorus for you and have a good one. That's not what this record's doing at all. This record is bringing in people not for the sake of a feature, but for the sake of the world itself. Really love that. It's very beautiful. Now, some features that really did stand out. Dochi is probably one of my biggest standouts on this record, on her feature and verse and her chorus on Robbery. Robbery might very well be my favorite track on the record. Its unique approach in sound, the flow. I haven't heard ASAP like this. I don't think ever. This is such a unique approach when it comes to Robbery, the storytelling, the feeling of being in like almost this 1950s like club in a way. It's beautiful. Fantastic record that is. Other features in there that really stand out, of course, Tyler, and on top of things, Jessica Pratt. I think Jessica Pratt being included in this record, how she had a feature in Hijack, and now she's also in this record. Love that a lot. Her outro to the end was absolutely phenomenal, chilling, and a cinematic conclusion. Fucking loved it. Overall, Don't Be Dumb is finally out. We can now stop asking ASAP to release it, and I can't wait for the next album to release in 12 years' time. Can't wait. Love the record. Now, it's time to prepare ourselves for the next record this month. And it depends really if Kanye really wants to fucking release it this time. We'll see. Maybe it might be a joke. Bully. The motherfucking horse is coming. Better be a feature in that goddamn record. If not, I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna do some probably bad things. I'll call the cops beforehand so we're all safe and sound so I can be stopped before. If Bully doesn't release on the 30th, there will be very, very big problems. But despite it all, we'll see. That's really all I have. Thank you. Don't be dumb. Now we be dumb. Good night.